Woodside Road is back open for business as we're here for this Bostik Premier Division game between Worthing and Leiston this afternoon. Worthing have struggled this season, but their form has taken an upturn. As for Leiston, they've struggled over the last few games. It's going to be a fascinating game today. Leiston will be hoping to close the gap on the playoff positions, and Worthing, although they can't move off the bottom of the table, will be hoping to get another 3 points on the board this afternoon. Joining me in the commentary box, Mick Sullivan and Gary Pascoe. Both sides make their way out onto the pitch. It's a rejuvenated Worthing side who have won their last couple of league games, and they'll be looking to the skipper Ben Pope, who's got 9 goals in 17 games, to continue his fine form, and also Kieran Pamment, who's got 7 in his last 9. As for Leiston, they'll be looking towards Matt Blake to rekindle his form from last season. He scored 29 goals in the league last year, just 6 for him so far, although he has been out injured for some of the season. And Mick, it's going to be interesting to see if Worthing can continue their form and if Leiston can regain it and look towards those playoffs once again.
Quite strange, Ben, to be fair, with Worthing bottom of the table and Leiston 7th in the league. You would have thought that the form team would have been Leiston, but it's not. It's the team at the bottom of the league, so I'm fully expecting a shock from that perspective.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll push. I think it's a hard game to call, to be fair. Like I say, Worthing on the up, Leiston, you know, they're there and bouts. They're just knocking on the door of the playoffs still, so I think it's going to be quite a hard game to call today.
Yeah, Worthing rooted to the bottom of the Bostik Premier Division, although, as we mentioned, they've rejuvenated under Adam Hinshelwood, and they'll be hoping to really kick on. A couple of wins in their last 2. And as for Leiston, ambitions of beating their points tally from last season, and Glenn Driver said that he expects his team to be getting back to their best now that he has his players back. Can Worthing continue their fine form and get themselves in front early on? It comes into the box, there's a chance for a header, ricochets off the bar, bouncing around, eventually it's kicked out by Jack Ainsley. There's a really good cross from Rents. It was a header by
Kieran, number 8, I think there, Ben.
Yeah, Kieran Pamment, who's got 7 in his last 9. He thundered that header towards the goal, just bounced off the inside of the bar. Plenty of people in the ground today, certainly to the right of us, the Worthing fans, and it's Worthing that have got the ball back now, driving into that Leiston half, and Colburn just lays the ball in towards Bud. Bud tries the shot, again it's deflected, and it will be a corner once more. Throw to the home side in front of the dugouts, and again they'll switch the play. Plenty of room for these Worthing players at the moment to work the ball in midfield. Not being closed down, and a cross comes in and they have to deal with this. Leiston goes back out to Meekums. What can he do? Twists and turns onto his left foot. Meekums gets the ball in. It's eventually cleared by a Leiston player. It will only come as far as Colburn. And it must be around 70% possession to the home side at the moment. And they've won the free kick. It was a foul on Hammond. And they've now got the opportunity to put more pressure on this Leiston defence. It's a free kick around about 25 yards out to this near side. In it comes. It's a dangerous one as well. Goes all the way across, needs the hand of the keeper. And Garnham, strong right hand onto that. The free kick taken by Rents. It went all the way across into the 6-yard box. It evaded everybody, and it was going into that bottom corner. And Marcus Garnham just had to stretch across with his right arm and flick that round. It's another corner to Worthing. They continue to pressure the Leiston goal. In it comes. This time it's headed on, still bouncing around the 6-yard box. Will it come down? Fired across the goal by Ben Pope. We mentioned he's got 9 in 17 this season. Just came down to him on his right foot, and he fired it across the goal, and it goes wide.
I think the delivery from Sam Rents for any sort of set piece is going to cause Leiston some big problems. Yeah, Leiston will be hoping to get through, at least 20-25 minutes without conceding a goal. Yeah, because they penned them back. They've not really got out there half much. Matt Blake's looking a bit of a lone soul, looking like he's not getting the ball.
They might come forward now, though, and they're running through the middle, trying to find Blake. Keeper comes out, not sure where he's going. This could be an opportunity into the middle. Bounced off. Worthing have got a little bit lucky there. The referee's given a free kick, and Cavagnari's not had too much to do in the opening 12 minutes, but he came out there.
Bit of style, isn't it? You know, obviously George, their young chairman, has put a lot of his compensation money into this ground, and it looks fantastic.
In the 80-yard box now, on the left foot volley, just palmed over the bar. It fell to Pammon. 7 goals in 9 games. He's not shy of shooting on his left foot, and he volleyed that towards goal. It was the right height for the keeper, and Garnham was taken a bit back by that shot. Just pushed the ball over the bar, and it is another corner. 5th corner in the first 15 minutes. In it comes, dangerous again, all the way over the keeper, falls down, surely the first goal, no, blocked, on the line, it's going to go in now though, and it is the first goal. It's been coming, and eventually it's been put in by Rhys Nallard. It fell to him, it was bouncing around in that 6-yard box, eventually fell back on his right foot. And Rhys Nallard just put the ball into the net, and it is Worthing 1, Leiston 0.
All about the delivery for me, Ben. They look susceptible on every set piece, Leiston, at the minute. And they got plenty of bods in and around the 6-yard box, which is not a lot of teams get enough bods in and around that area. But the delivery's been fantastic from Sam Rents there. Great play, and I can see them getting another goal via that same type of route.
Yeah, 15 minutes gone, and it really has been coming in this Bostik Premier Division game. 5 corners, and it was the 5th corner that eventually has delivered the goal here this afternoon. It's just in front of the corner flag.
Yeah, I think this is where they could be dangerous on these set plays.
In it goes. Definitely. What can they do? Flicked on all the way through, bouncing around in the 6-yard box. Colburn does well to get it away. The ball's in the centre circle inside the Worthing half, and Leiston get the game underway again. This time it's long and high towards Blake. He's not going to win that, and Young will flick it away, and this will mean that Worthing can come forward, although that's a sloppy touch that allows the visitors to get the ball back. They're chasing everything down, though, the home side, and they're causing problems again for Garnham, and he will come out and eventually clear that ball, and Leiston can bring it up again. This might be their first opportunity. They've got men over here on the edge of the D, go for the shots, well blocked. And Worthing did have plenty of players back in the end, but there's plenty of space for those Leiston players on the edge of the box. And again, Leiston win the ball back, and sensible team press in there from them has helped them out, and they might play Matt Blake in here. Matt Blake, first opportunity for him for the game. It's going to be 1 apiece. And we mentioned before the game how deadly he can be. 1 chance and 1 goal for Matt Blake. It was played into him, neat passing from the visitors. In it goes, onto his left foot, took it down, 1 touch, and a superb finish high up into the top of the goal. 1 apiece.
Good possession there from Leiston. They found Matt Blake in the right area. He weren't sort of dragged out wide. He was in that central area, and just to drop the shoulder, and he could get his shot off, and it was a good goal. Well done, Leiston.
Yeah, good passage of play. I think you might have hit the nail on the head there, Mick. If he can stay in the middle rather than running down the channels, that may be me have more joy doing that.
First opportunity, first real opportunity for Leiston's striker. One of those ones where you expect to see the player just lift the ball up into the corner that the keeper isn't occupying, and Rents will try and do that on his left foot, does lift it up just over the bar, knew where it was going to go, not really enough pace on it perhaps. Keeper did look like he was going to get across to it. Matt Blake picks it up, this could be a chance, plays the 1-2 Blake with Finch bearing down on goal. He's got a lot of work to do though, Finch. What can he do? Twists onto his right foot, goes across, it's saved, it's bouncing around. Blake's in there, 6-yard area. Eventually Worthing do really well. And they'll
good old-fashioned defending play there, Ben, I felt. body on the line, bodies in front of the ball. I think that's what stopped Leiston from making it 2-1 there.
Lovely 1-2 between Blake and Finch. He had a lot to do, but couldn't do it. Flicked across, and this time it was Finch who got onto it and just flicked it over the bar.
I thought Dunbar had a good half. He has, the left back.
Certainly got legs to get forward.
Yeah.
It was a good cross right into the most dangerous area, across the 6-yard box.
Good defending.
Ben Pope's got to do a lot better.
Yeah,
a lot better. Centre back read it and muscled him off it.
All the way through now as well. Great run from Ainsley, who powers through. Leiston have got men forward now as well. We go to Dunbar. Dunbar's cross going to fall to Matt Blake. It looked like it was just going to drop down for Blake to tap it in. It didn't in the end. It will come back on the edge of the box to Ainsley. Ainsley strikes it. Comes off a Worthing player. We'll go for a corner. Brilliant cross there from Dunbar. It just looked from here it was going to fall onto the head of Blake.
That all started from Ben Pope not controlling the ball or keeping possession of the ball on the edge of the Leiston's 18-yard box.
Worthing will be wanting to make this pay. In it goes. It's a good delivery. Flicked on by a Leiston player actually into a much more dangerous area. It comes to Bard, who manages to flick it back to Rents.
Number 5, number 9, the far post. Look.
Rents comes in. Nothing doing there. Continued possession for Worthing, and this time it's Pope who lofts that ball in. Good defending from the visitors. Leiston with the ball again, and it's a sloppy ball. Both sides really giving the ball away when they don't need to, and Rance comes forward. Rance takes the shot, takes a deflection. Garnham had to have his wits about him there, and it was Lance who had some room in the middle of the pitch, went forward 25 yards out, took the strike. It did take a deflection, and it was Garnham who just tipped that ball away. Corner to Worthing.
Good start to the half. Both teams have started quite well, I thought.
Pope gets the ball back again to Bud. Bud down to this near side as we look, and it's Rents who plays that ball in with his left foot. Falls as far as Rance. Rance back to Rents. Rents looks to play somebody in. It's a really good ball. Rents played in Schneider and couldn't quite get the cross in. Been half an hour almost in this second half of both teams seemingly cancelling each other out. And Wild does win the flick on there. This could be dangerous for Worthing as they make their way forward, but it was just lost control, I was going to say, but the referee has given the free kick for the foul. And it's Dunbar that's made the foul. He's already been booked, needs to be careful. And if that was a foul, it was in a very dangerous position.
You're right there, Ben. You've got to be careful, I tell you.
Dunbar now looking towards the linesman as if to say, you saw that wasn't a foul, but we can't really see from here, and the referee just taking a moment to make the decision. I don't know if he's going to book Dunbar now. He's certainly getting his book out. I think it might be for dissent. Plenty of movement inside the box. Reds goes all the way across. Again, it was a good delivery. It was flicked out, though, well defended. 15 minutes to go. Still anyone's game. In towards Wild. He can't get a touch on it. It'll run through to Garnham. We've not really seen much of Leiston coming forward, but Matt Blake has got the ball down now. What can they do? Blake going towards the box on his right foot at the moment. Blake looks to cut the ball across. Hallard gets it away. Corner to the visitors. First time we've seen Leiston come forward in the last 15 minutes. Ball comes into the box and no danger there for the Worthing defenders.
I think Rents might be up there for you, Mick.
Yeah, I was going to say Sam Rents. It's flicked across, though. Just goes wide. Could have gone anywhere. And that was the head of Joe Jefford, who was still up there from the corner. He's actually got 6 goals this season, so wouldn't have been a big surprise to see that nestle into the corner. Another chance for Leiston to get the ball in. Headed down on the line. Blake flicks it on. It's scrambling around in the 6-yard box. Matt Blake had a real opportunity to put his side back in front there. Just hit the keeper. Shot wide, flicked off a Worthing player. It looked like from here. Referee gives the goal kick. We had a good view of that, Mick. I'm sure it came off the head of a Worthing player.
It did. They got let off there, Worthing. Very much so.
It's Lawrence who had the strike, and we were directly behind it, and it just flicked off the head of a Worthing player. Very difficult for the referee to see. In it comes from Worthing again towards Wild. It was headed out by Bullards. Leiston may have an opportunity to counter-attack here. Well, that was a dreadful ball.
3-on-2 here.
But they now come forward, and they've got a little bit lucky here, Leiston. What can they do? Into the box, could be a goal. Surely Blake is going to put his team in front. Blake, great save from Cavagnari. Wonderful opportunity for Leiston to go back in front. Point blank save from the Worthing keeper, and he's really kept his team in the game there. I thought they'd messed that up, Leiston, but they got a little bit lucky. They played it well. Over to Blake, and I think his first touch just let him down, Matt Blake.
Give the goalkeeper his due. He came out really quick and he blocked him, but I just thought they overcooked it then. One pass too many.
Late corner for the visitors. How they'd love to put themselves in front this late on and travel back with all 3 points. Need a turn in fortunes, Leiston. In towards the near post this time, and again it was aimed towards Blake. Great defending, as you said, Gary, from Worthing. What can either side manage to conjure up in these last few minutes plus added time? It just seems as though that final third, it's been so sloppy in this second half.
Yeah,
no real quality.
Yeah, that's what's happened.
Strike there from Rents.
3 minutes, time to play. 3 minutes, time
Worthing that have the ball deep inside this Leiston half. They'll put the ball into the box. That's a fantastic cross all the way through towards Wilds. You have to say the quality on that delivery then, it was right on the head of Jimmy Wild, and he should have done a lot better. Definitely,
yeah. Wild should have. It looked like he ducked a little bit, but he should definitely attack that ball better than he did. Got in between both centre halves. He should have got his head on it. Does kick it long, high towards Wild, and the referee will blow the full-time whistle. It's all square here in Worthing this afternoon. It was a really good first half, lots of creative play, not so much in the second half. Both teams seemed to cancel each other out. Both goals came in the first half. Reece Hallard opened the scoring for the home side, and it was Matt Blake who equalised for Leiston, and eventually the game ends all square. Final score here, Worthing 1, Leiston 1.
I thought it was a good sort of testament to the standard of the league. I thought both teams got the ball down and tried to play some good football, like I say, and then probably a bit of desperation on our side trying to get the winner, and you know, our football went out the window a little bit second half, but I still felt we was the team that tried to get it down and tried to carve them open a little bit, and I thought they was looking a bit on the counter-attack second half. You know, so but I thought it was a good game for this standard of football, and you know, one that we can build on.
The start of the game, the first 25 minutes, you were so dominant and such, you know, fluent passing football. Does that say a lot about the confidence of your players right now?
Yeah, definitely. We was after a bit of a reaction from last week. We was poor last week by our standards, so you know, it's important that we bounce back and give our fans something to cheer about, and I felt, you know, we've done that from the word go. I wanted us to be on the front foot and go at them a little bit.
A little bit disappointed to go away with a point on chances, but on possession I thought their movement in between the lines was fantastic, and they'll pull away from where they are now. They're most probably one of the best sides we've played this season. A young group, played the game the right way, but like I say, I just personally feel on chances that's most probably 2 points dropped.
Really pleasing to see that Matt Blake was back into the goals. He only seemed to have that one chance in the first half, which he took, and probably frustratingly for you, he had a really good one in the second half as well.
Yeah, Chris Hender's made a great decision. I thought he was going to go on his own. I was like, go on your own. You ain't got to pass it. And then Matt Blake's square, and I think his first touch just brings him away. Then the goalkeeper's done fantastic. Got across the line of defence really well, saved it, and then the rebound's gone between our strikers' legs for a tap in. So yeah, it's the one. Like I say, it's a chance that got away from us. But like I said, he's on the score sheet again, and he's a big player for us. And you know, you can see today how tightly he's marked. Sometimes people double up, and he's got to find a way to most probably get away from defenders, find a little bit more space for himself at times, and we've most probably got to pay a little bit more to his strengths and get him on the shoulder a little bit more, because a lot of his good work is coming back towards our goal, where last year all his good work was done going the other way. So we've got a little bit to work with him, but we've got the right players in the dressing room to make sure that he score goals throughout the rest of the season.
I have to ask you about your substitutes. You only named 3. Is that down to injuries?
Yeah, we've carried injuries for the last 6 weeks, and I never really make excuses for results, but I think at this level of football, our reserves play at a level where the jump is just too big. And our budget is, we can compete with our budget, and but it doesn't allow me to bring players in. We've got a squad of 16, which we tried to budget for the season, and we've had 7 out. We went to Folkestone with 7 non-first team players, but then got a great result in the FA Trophy, which we won on penalties. So we want to build a football club that's going to be youthful. We're going to give kids a chance, and I think that's what's important at any football club. And I look at what Worthing have done today. There's a lot of kids on that pitch today, and that's the only way to go forward.
We talked this morning about the need to be positive and get yourself off the bottom of the table. The way you're playing football at the moment, you must have every confidence that will happen. Yeah,
definitely. And I just said to the lads there, they're a good side. They're a good side, and they would have found it tough coming in today. But we don't want to just be a side that's tough to play against and competing at this level. We've got to ultimately win games of football the level we're at. But the good thing about this group, we'll look at the game and we'll learn and improve and come back better next week. And that's the way I want to work, and we've got lads fully backing that as well. So we'll learn from this game and look to be better and iron out those little blips that we're having and try and be more dominant when we do have our spell.
Congratulations, Sam. I made you the back of the net man of the match. How do you think the game went?
I thought we had the majority of chances, especially in the first half. I think if we'd have taken nicked a second goal early on, then it might have been a different story. They obviously got their goal towards the end of the first half, made it difficult for us. But I think we finished the game strong. Just obviously unfortunate we couldn't hold out for the 3 points today.
Do you think you'll get out of trouble? Being to your bottom at the minute, but what I saw today, it looks like very promising. Yeah,
we're playing some good football. I think we're starting to get a bit of luck that I think we've deserved from the start of the season. Since Hinch has come in, we've played a completely different formation, and I think it definitely suits us. So our performances in the last 6 weeks, 2 months have not been of a team at the bottom. So hopefully we can push on and get ourselves out of trouble.
Can you give us a bit of a background on yourself? Obviously, your name, I've seen you a few times, but I don't know what previous clubs you've played at. And as I say, I don't normally give man of the match to a left back, so your set piece were fantastic today.
Yeah, no, thanks. Well, a bit of a journeyman now. I think I was the oldest in the team until Buddy's recently joined. Been around quite a lot of non-league clubs, but I went up through the Brighton set up and played as a pro there, and then Crawley for 3 years, and then since then kind of been around the conference and non-league clubs since then, and from Brighton, so not staying nice and local now, and just enjoying my football down at Worthing.
And if you're going to get out of trouble, what do you think is going to be? Home advantage? Can you put your finger on what might turn the season around for you? I
think so. We've had a difficult time. Obviously, we haven't been playing the majority of our games here due to stuff going on the pitch. But now we're back here, I think it's a okay surface that we like to play football on, so it suits us. So I think we've got to make it a tough place to come and hopefully pick up all our points. Majority at home.
Plenty of other games in the Bostik Premier Division, and we start with a top of the table clash between Met Police and Dulwich Hamlet.
Can't go forward, has to use Cargo. Now it goes forward to Tomlin. Alassani in front of him. After trod on the ball, which allows Alassani to keep the ball for his side. Shot and finds the bottom corner. Once again, Reece Alassani has scored a goal out of absolutely nothing. And he's back on the scoring charts again. In for a fight in these two sides today. Abraham's looking to Reece Alassani again. He's done it once in this first half, and Alassani has got the head of the goalkeeper. Williams been forced to come out of his area. Alassani gets the shot on goal and gets the second. It's poor goalkeeping from Luke Williams. Not sure why he thought he had to go and get the ball in that area of the field. And Alassani makes him pay with his second goal in a couple of minutes. Now Tomlin has a free kick to send in. His last delivery from the wing was wonderful, and Ferguson couldn't apply the finishing touch. Hamlet delivers. Weatherstone! Dulwich do get a third. Thumping header. Back-to-back games he scored in. Mark Weatherstone is enjoying that one. Inside half an hour, Dulwich are 3-0 up here at Imber Court. Comes out as far as Beanie now. Back wide it comes. Tomlin. Feigns to cross. Will do so in the end. Just floats it in. Weatherstone's there. Oh, what a save to Alasani. Alasani's been claiming the goal. I think it had already gone in before Achimpong put it home. He has a first half hat-trick. And Dulwich have 4. And they're running away with this game. What a performance it's been. Here's Bird. There's space to move into if he chooses. Also looking to close them down now. Penalty. Foul by Ming. The league's joint leading marksman against the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets in the league this season. Who's going to come out on top? It's Edwards who does. Tappin's on the rebound though. Edwards won't get a clean sheet today. Did well to save the penalty. It's Zach Newton with his first goal for the Met Police.
Dulwich Hamlet came out on top in the top of the table clash, putting 4 past Met Police inside the first half. Stainstown and Tonbridge Angels both score 5, and Dorking Wanderers and Needham Market both score 4. However, despite the efforts of the Market men, 4 was not enough to even earn a point, whereas all the other high-scoring sides secured all 3 points. Tooting and Mitcham move up to 20th with a massive 3-2 win over Kingstonian. Their comfortable 2-goal cushion was extended to 3 on 64 minutes through Mike Dixon. However, the K's had narrowed the deficit to just 1 goal by the 83rd minute, but it was not enough to secure a point. Dereham Town remained top of the Bostik North with a 2-1 win over Heybridge Swifts, but AFC Hornchurch kept the pressure on them with a 2-0 win over Hertford Town. 5 points adrift of the leaders, but with 5 games in hand. Barking win 1-0 against Canvey Island to maintain a playoff position. However, the visitors slip into 3rd. Haringey Borough missing the chance to leapfrog Canvey, succumbing to a 2-0 defeat to Brentwood Town. 2-2 was a popular scoreline in the division, with Mildenhall Town, Grays Athletic, Waltham Abbey and AFC Sudbury all halving points. Corinthian Casuals go top of the Bostik South after scoring their 7th, 8th and 9th goal of the week against Ashford Town. Lewis were looking at their first defeat since they played Corinthian Casuals a month ago. However, Jonty Smith found their equaliser on 90 to ensure points were shared with Thamesmead Town. Cray Wanderers enjoyed their trip to West Sussex, signing 7 different names on the score sheet, a masterclass once more highlighting the defensive problems of East Grinstead Town, who have now conceded 54 league goals this campaign already. A big win for Dom De Paolo as the Hornets defeat title-chasing Greenwich Borough 2-0, keeping their first clean sheet victory since the 2nd of September, where they defeated Ashford United 6-0 in the FA Cup. So plenty of positives for Worthing this afternoon as they try and get themselves off the bottom of the Bostik Premier Division table. As for Leiston, they'll be hoping that Matt Blake's return to form means that they can push themselves into the playoff positions. Next up for us, it's a battle at the top of the table as we see Hendon take on Dulwich Hamlet on Tuesday night.